Hi, good morning. Welcome to my tube. My name's Margie. I'm a hook empath, and I just like having these little talks on the way I feel about things. Been up for a couple hours, hour and a half, couple hours. Pretty good night's sleep, restful. Don't recall any dream right now, but I dream every night. I just haven't thought about it much. It was a hard time getting to sleep, but once I did it, mission accomplished. Got up, saw some headlines. Curious to see if things settle down. People are coming into their point zero yet, and nope, not yet. I'll peek in again tomorrow. I mean, they're already proving my point. They already are. Just last night, yesterday, one of my talks yesterday, I talked about military bearing and emotional control, and well, once people emotionally get into a heightened state, they're sitting in a vibration that they're not just like scared at the present moment, but they're feeling the fear that they've always felt. Yeah. And not just in this incarnation. So past lives. So bloodline. So you're going back, all the way back to, 500 years ago. When the founding fathers, I ain't cool with my dad, never liked those terms, when the fucking control freaks came over and took the fucking land from the people that were here because they had a different way of living, because they thought it was better and higher and more superior and more proper and more this and more that. It's just more rules and more regulations and more ways that you think you're better than people. Anyone that has that attitude, man, I see it like that. I don't see it, I feel it like that. Empaths feel things. Oh, I know who you are. Boom. Data imprint, physical, energetic, takes a second. That's why we don't look at you in the eye, because you ain't worth looking at. Yeah. It's void of spirit is what I call it. So evidently a old boy freaking lost his military bearing and plowed through it in a freaking SUV, because they're all SUVs now. There ain't no more police cars. They're all SUVs. We pay for that shit. We pay for that shit for them to protect from the bad guys, and then until they're told that we are the bad guys. And yeah, there's people that it's karma, man. You don't break shit. You just don't. You don't break other people's toys. You don't break other people's property. You don't burn shit. And that's just all that tells me is how these kids are feeling inside, And they're pissed because I'd be pissed too if my freaking came from helicopter parents. I had the opposite of helicopter parents. I had the freedom to freaking make my own mistakes. Skip school when I was 15 years old, and we'd go down to family planning and help escort girls into the building because of those church people and all those and their gods and all their beliefs that they tried to that they put in these young girls' faces. The young girls feel bad enough as it is. This is a decision that they have to keep and make and carry for the rest of their life. So you doing that, you're just adding to their pain, and that's what this world is rectifying. Is it's all the pain that's been caused because people hurt people, and they're easy to see to me. They're easy to see. They're easy to spot. I had a commenter, a tube member, a tubal. A tubie. I had a tubie make a comment about how, what did she say? I'll just read the comment I wrote. I guess I could do that. I'm not going to be able to find it now. Sure. Because now I want to. Comments. What did I say? Oh, she asked me about my position on masks. That's what she did. And this is my response, because I did a talk about it recently, and I put a gas mask on. So that gives you any idea about where I sit with that. I did a talk recently about the mask. I got a gas mask I'll wear. She'll ask me where I sit on it. It's all a crock to me. Haters gonna hate, and usually people eat because they hate. I did. I go so mad at people just for being mean to me, and I couldn't understand why they didn't want to be my friend. And I was so mad and I was so hurt, so I would just freaking eat my feelings, and it was the wrong kind of food. You still can, you just gotta eat better food. Haters gonna hate, and usually people eat because they hate. They can hate me for my immunity if they want to. There. Stacy, there's my answer on that. I called this morning's little talk, hiders and seekers, and I see children as the closest to their last incarnation, as the closest to being in the ethers, as being a spirit amongst their own vibrational frequency. And own vibrational frequency to me is just information and data. It doesn't, it has to do with emotions, but the spiritual experience is so much more full spectrum than just emotions, and if people just rise above out of their emotions, they'll see a much, much broader scope. That's what I try to do here, is put words together in a way that I don't hear other people doing, that I wish people would have put together for me, because a long time ago, shit would have made a lot more sense. So, I believe that's why, kids are supposed to teach us, because they're closer to their spirit, because they just passed through the spirit tunnel sooner than we did. And as we are here and incarnate, we're told, no, that's not right. No, that's not true. No, that's not right. No, that's bullshit. Anybody that is trying to lead you down any kind of way of thinking at all, it's probably not for your highest good. I encourage people here to think for themselves. I don't want people to agree with me all the time. I want people to go and find their own way. I want people to do the research. I do the research all day long. I spend my days researching, collecting data. Is this true? Is that true? Is this true? Is that true? Spiritual data, because it's all balanced. We're all mind, body, is spirit. We're not just mind, and we're not just body. People are stepping into their spirit. Their DNA is activating, and they are overwhelmed. They're overwhelmed because of all the karma. It's like flooding. Like the deck is just being shuffled, and people are coming into who they are. Light, shadow, jokers, whatever. We're all just different characters in the deck of cards. Jokers, queens, kings, nines, eights. They all have representations. Letters, numbers, codes. I just saw that the dude that wrote the Da Vinci Code freaking just released, because they make movies about stories so they can say, oh, it's just a movie, or they can say, see the truth in that, see. So you release like 3,300 documents or something with all the secret stuff, because it's all based on Masonic stuff. I've talked about it recently. All the Masonic temples that are all on the 3940th parallel. I grew up in Reading on the 4th. That's a lot of energy, because that's Masonic temples that I'm getting the vibe of. Freaking, that's a lot of data, because data doesn't just go through your computers. When you send a text, imagine it like this. You send a text, imagine like you're on the other side of the room, and you and your buddy are texting back and forth. The person in the middle just starts saying something that just says something that you just said verbatim in that text. You're setting that, they're picking up on it, frequency. See? That's why telepathy's coming back into, these are all studies that the government has done, their secret little projects on for years. No, that ain't true. No, that ain't true. Whenever they fucking said anything that was true, can you ask yourself that? No, I'm not even fucking kidding here. Somebody tell me something that is actually viable and true that the government said that was true. They're story makers. They make up things. They're creative in their own right, but they create more rules to set control, to put people in boxes, and spirits aren't supposed to live that way. So I think that people, hello, Katrina. Hi, Ahmad. Good day. I believe that since children are so close to their spirit from their last incarnate, that's why, and kids don't play like they used to anymore, So maybe that's why I got better about collecting data than kids do today, because we played games like hide and seek. And who always wants to be the hider and who always wants to be the seeker? I'll seek. I'll seek. I was always the seeker. I didn't like the like the scary feeling I got when someone was gonna find me. I felt like I was doing something wrong and I was just playing a game. But it's the heart space in which it comes, and all the time that your spirit has hidden or is sought. See? It's pretty fucking neat, man. Isn't it? Isn't it? I think it's pretty neat. Dream state, wake state, they're all combined. They're all interwoven and meshed together. More and more people are starting to figure it out. Dreaming about people, then meeting people. I've done that since I was a little girl. I live woo-woo. So all this stuff that people are stepping into now, I'm like, welcome to the room. Welcome to the room. I'm glad you're here. I've been waiting a long time for some company, for some other seekers. You know? But too many people judge people by looks, and it's all about brands and labels and stuff like that, because we grew up in a society. I've been going back retro row today, freaking listen to Ace of Base. I Saw the Signs, you know, all this little, you know, teenage bopper girl stuff. I was too. I just liked the girls. I was one of them. I just was more into my masculine. I figured it out, you know. But I was just, you know, we grew up watching movies like Don't Tell Mom the Babysitter is Dead, you know. Can't Buy Me, just cheesy just stuff, you know. And I was reminded, and the song came up, and I pasted it on my Facebook page. It's gonna be a cruel summer, man. And the astrological alignments are very similar to the summers back then. Yeah. Incidentally, oddly enough. Yeah. So things are getting good, man. Just people are gonna freak out because they can't believe the stuff they see. Because no, adamantly they were told that this is the line of thinking that things were. And every single time I broke my whole heart in my life, every single time my heart is broken in my life, it is because I went against some higher knowing that I already had, that what I'm doing is not in the best interest of my higher good. And when I mean that, when I say that, what I mean is, this ain't gonna make me feel good. I'm gonna end up feeling like shit, and I take that shit out on everybody else. That's what I mean by that. We have emotions from the time we're little kids. Either we're taught to address them and properly, you know, use your words. How many fucking times have I heard that? Now I use words and they're just like, could you use smaller words, please? No, go look them up. That's what I was always told. I didn't know something because my mom didn't know a lot. She was on her own, you know. She didn't know either, so she'd say, go look it up. There'd be words that I didn't know how to spell. She'd say, call the operator, because that's what you used to do. If you had a question about stuff, you'd call the operator. My, how's the world has changed. Police officers plowing through the constituents that pay for their vehicles, man. He lost his bearing. He forgot. He got his wires crossed as to the reality of where he was. He was probably went to Operation Iraqi Bullcrap. Freaking killed a bunch of kids and people and shit over there, because, you know, money matters more than people. Ain't that right, baby Bush? So, came back over here, was surrounded by the crowd, got stuck in the frequency of where he was back then. Maybe got a memory smell. Who knows? Triggered him, you know. See, because people like to make fun of people for people's triggers, but they don't take that. The psychopath and the narcissist doesn't take responsibility for pushing the buttons, and everybody has them. You know, spirits have all the power. Human beings, they have limits. So when you have people that push buttons just to see what people are going to do, you know, they're snap. So we're going to see this more, because we haven't, dude, it's only May, dude. It's only May, and freaking, we haven't, July, August, man, I don't even know if I might just freaking I don't even know. That's the thing, is I don't freaking know. I'm like I'm at a place in my life. I don't know what my next step is. It is all universe. Wherever you feel like you want me, my family, mom, 4 dogs, cat, Sass, mom's dog, Sass. Wherever you want us, I'll report to duty. And when I say duty, I mean duty, this shit. Not duty, because my duty's different duty than this duty. I don't fight no more. That's the thing, is like, if I ever got in trouble for, like, tuber flips script and freaking wipes out or something like that, it's just like, nah. No, it ain't true, man. No, it's a false flag. No, it ain't true. Because I would rather distinguish my own and I ain't suicidal ever in my whole life, but if I ever got to a point where I was gonna be more harmful to other people, that ain't the way to be. I can't afford to rack up more bad karma, man. I've freaking spent too much energy trying to clear up the shit that I got. It's hard not to rack it up. It's hard not to be snarky and to be, that's the higher power obedience. When they talk about the fear of God, that's what I'm like, oh, that's what they mean. Just don't be a dick, because it's going to come back to you. We are our own fear of the devil, or we are our own devil. What we see in other people, the fear that thinks, oh God, they're so scary, they're going to hurt me. Well, you must want to hurt other people if you think that they're going to hurt you. Because when I go out and I see other people, I just see other people. Mostly I see freaking blank slates, but you gotta get, we're all just soul sacks. Everybody's got, well, no, not everybody has a spirit. That's the thing, is people get flipped there, because a lot of people, they don't got spirits, man. Narcissists, psychopaths, they don't got spirits. They void it. They black it out. That's why they can freaking bury holes and put cat's head into it, and then drive over and with the head sticking out, and then drive over it with the lawnmower and stuff. I mean, people are freaking void of spirit. When your spirit is in your soul sack, you can't act like that. You can't do dirty things with kids. You keep your hands to yourself when your spirit is fully anchored into your soul sack and you're aware of it. It's that self-will that we're going to see this summer, and I know it because I went through it a couple years ago. Thank God the worst thing I did was write a freaking nasty gram review on old girl's page, where she worked. She don't even work there no more. But nothing, and it wasn't even directed at her. I just kept trying to freaking poke bears and see, oh, well, you like the men, you want to be with the men, well, let me freaking see if any of these men are worthy of you and see if they'll stand up to me for you. And not one fucking one of them did. Not one of them did. Not one of them did. Fucking, but they got the wieners, I'm like, I'm just a fucking 5'2" girl, dude. I just want to have a conversation, and they're just like, duh, she's scary, man. She's scary. Well, evidently you must be scary, because if you think I'm scary, I'm just a freaking peace-loving hippie chick who eats freaking can of cookies for breakfast. What's your prob? Hiders and seekers. Hiders and seekers. Aloha. Ahmad? Yeah, that's the thing, is kids are supposed to teach us. That's why I love kids, man. Kids are supposed to teach us. Oh, they're a little twisted little nut. We might need to unscrew them and put them on the right track, But people don't want to look at their kids as they're being freaking disheveled. And I'm like, dude, kids are the byproduct of 2 people. DNA junk and all. So all this shit in you, kids are like DNA junk. Kind of. It's like DNA poop. It's offspring. I mean, it's all the things that you are, all the good things that you are, saturated at that present moment of conception the most. So think about how many people, how many kids have a hard lot in life because they're concepted because mom and dad are freaking drunk and doing something they're not supposed to do. All that stuff. People don't realize the imprint of the time of conception. And I honestly don't know if my conception was a positive or negative, because my parents were divorced. So I don't know if it was a hookup or But I do know Dad wasn't there when I was born. So, you know, I don't know. The story unfolds. I get bits and pieces, and in the thing about an empath and the path that I've come to find out I've lived. It's not that yeah, in my Akashic Records I know that I've chosen this path, but my gosh, man, I had made choices to get me kind of away from this, and then it freaking full circle right back here, you know. So, right back into my spirit, because that's what I'm fucking supposed to be doing. That's the obedience in me. You know, God striking you down with lightning. Just don't be a dick. Don't plow through people in a car that they pay for. You know, that's the thing, is that's what these powers that be, is that the little people pay for all that shit. All your fucking garb and stuff, all your fucking guns and your arsenal and those whistle things. Those I hate. Those I hate. Those I hate. Sounds, pitches. No. I got some earplugs that I had when I was in the Air Force, some rubber ones that block out. I got these. You know, you fuck with people and sounds, because that's human. It's warfare. It's cheating, and they took all the people's money so they could buy all the toys. I saw a fucking sniper on the roof of a building in Omaha, Nebraska. They had snipers come out. You know why? Because they fucking can. Yeah. Swinging wieners. Swing them, boys. Swing those wieners. That's what you're showing me. Look at all the swinging wieners, because you need Viagra. Overcompensation. Man, $11 million in male enhancement drugs in 2017 was the last I looked. It's a lot of male enhancement. That's a lot of males that need enhancement. That's a lot of males that feel less than, that recognize that they need enhancement. And we're going to see that on the streets this summer. Oh, no! So I just think all the ladies that it's like, oh, you're such a wonderful human. You're so attractive. You're so funny. You're so smart. You just don't have a penis. And I think about all the dudes that have a penis that don't have a penis. Viagra. There's all kinds of them. They're everywhere. Prove that girth, that barrel, that spread that seed. Fucking stupid. Oh, I probably lost people on that one. What are you gonna do? But kids are here supposed to teach us. And the control freaks gotten it, said, no, you're wrong. No, that is not. You know, kids hate, because I have a mechanical mind, so, and I worked with, you know, like Charlie, he was the dude in the neighborhood that wanted to make sure that all the kids had a bicycle. He had missing digits too, and I'd watch him work on bikes and stuff, and with wrenches and stuff, and like, you know, and I just thought it was fascinating. And he that's what he did, is he'd get bikes and he put them all in, and he just let the poor kids in the neighborhood come pick out a bike, you know, or $5 or whatever the parents, you know, sliding scale. And so this is the heart space that I come from. That's why I'm into my pick your price stuff, you know, because if I set the price, I'll set it too high. You know, so the world's already paid for my ego. They don't got to pay for it no more. So kids, you know, but the power, but the people that like to control, stop that shit. They're the Negans. Stop that shit. I'll put an end to that stuff. You know, like emotions, crying because, you know, that ancestral bullshit. They never got to cry. I always cried. Why are you crying? Because I'm fucking mad. Because I hurt myself. You know, it hurts, you know. And I speak in matters of facts, and people get tripped out by that. I don't know. Because I can live it. I don't know. I'm full spectrum. I just know how to articulate it a little bit different, I think. That's all. I didn't have no friends, so I spent more time freaking reading words and shit. You know, learning the definitions of words. All kinds of words. Cat is so frisky today, man. He came in and his tail was puffed. That means the energy is high. See, because animals, they're full spectrum too. So that tells me I can't tell if if the energy that he is experiencing is high vibrational or low vibrational, because cats are, I think it's low vibrational. I think there's some serious freaking wickedness going on in the world today. You know, and that's the thing, is I always pay attention. Even if I'm walking down the street, you know, you see birds flocking up, you know, like flying. Gosh, it's getting exciting. You know, this is, but I'm made for this stuff. You know, and it's funny. Somebody said that I had street smarts, and I was just like, street smarts, street smarts. Actually, for a long time I thought I was naive, because I kept believing people of what they say over how their energy, and I could always read energy as long as I was a little girl. But then they'd be like, "No, that's not true," and I'd be like, "Oh, fuck yeah, it is." And then, you know, and then I would be demonized for that, and then later you'd find out that they were really a culprit in some sort of capacity. As a human being, I ain't 100%, but my accuracy record on people is pretty good. But when I'm wrong, I am so freaking wrong. I'm like, man, I didn't even see that one coming. So to me, that keeps me right sized. I don't get too cocky and too arrogant, thinking that I'm always right. I know who's this. You know, that all that stuff. I ain't no different than the rest of them. I start pulling that shit. That stuff leaves a bad taste in my mouth. So what else was I going to talk about? Hide and seek. So we're finding out who the hiders and the seekers are. It's a heart space. It's a vibration. It's a frequency. More and more. I was just listening to some. I listened to freaking so many different astrology talks, and all of these practitioners have a different perspective, and I just put all the perspectives together and look at news headlines all day, and you know, watch shows with Mom, and I get knowings from that. Mom and I have conversations, so, you know, we're pretty okay. This is we're going on. I've been here July 6th. That's when I started not being able to get a job in Salem, Oregon, because I would say go to interviews, and I'd be like, I'm a person of integrity, and I won't do things unless they're above board. And people, and I interviewed, what, like, I interviewed 5 times at just the lottery office alone. The last time I got no by them. I called them, and I was like, because you get the form letter, and it says you are free to apply in the future, or feel you are welcome to. And I called the and I was trying to call her. So I don't feel like I really am welcome to, you know. Like, it's just like, really? It's all personal. It's all nepotism. Because if you saw my resume, my work history, I mean, people are stupid not to hire me. But I say things like, I'm a person of integrity, and when you work for environments that is not above board, then you're not going to fit in there, into their culture, and they don't want you there. And frankly, that's fine by me. That's why I say things like that, so I don't end up in a place that is not above board. And, you know, I became unemployable in freaking Salem, Oregon. And so, starting July 16th, 2016 is when we moved here. So I've been in my cosmic, why don't you think about things, Marge, for freaking going on 4 years. You know? Lessons learned. I will comply, but then I won't. Mom just got up, gonna get her day started, get on, so I'll be back on after a while. Hope you have a rad day. Peace.